welcome to episode 2. Today I want to talk about triggers, mind tools and anxiety. Yeah, all 3 in one. Wow, aren't you lucky? So I've just been watching season 5 episode that I did about triggers and stuff. Now triggers then were stemmed around me days when I was bullied at school, that kind of stuff. Then the way people talk to me and that kind of attitude triggered their memories of being bullied, but that's non-existent anymore. That's in the past, triggers now can be anything which I don't know about. Facing triggers has been a big challenge. Again, it's like hurdles, like I said before. You go over one hurdle, then you get to another one, another trigger over that. It's just constant fighting triggers. But the more triggers I encounter, the more I learn, the less anxiety it gives me, the less I have to use my mind tools. And the mind tools are now all automatic. Before, I had to really think and I had to really use my mind tools. I had to kick it into gear. When the thing triggers happened, I had to physically get the mind tools and actually get the wheel moving. Now it's almost automatic. Anything triggers me automatically, my brain just knows what to do. I'm not saying that the trigger's completely gone. Things will still trigger me, but an example, I think I said this last time, when a trigger happened, it was like a brick wall appeared, and things that are happening, I couldn't physically grab and look at it and examine it and suss it out and see what the emotions are. There was a brick wall to stop me doing that. What this is allowing me to do with the mind tools is knock that brick wall down and actually grab the trigger, look at it and go, okay, that's why that is, that's why it's doing that, and then put it away. So yeah, but my learning curve now is to cope with triggers I haven't dealt with yet, things that I don't realise will be triggers. That's what my concern is now. But it's getting to the point where I'm not waiting for it to happen. When it happens, it'll happen, and then I'll deal with it then, rather than expecting each day, what will trigger me today, what can trigger me today, that day. But that's where I am at the moment. I still get bad days, still get good days, but with the mind tools I have gained from therapy, which we'll talk about in the next one, therapy, but the mind tools, I've tried to generate my own mind tools to help me more. It's like I'm evolving what I've learned into something that I can create and use in my own mind, yeah. There's okay, I'll explain what my latest mind tool is. Don't forget, this is my own creation. This won't work for everyone. Mind tools might not work for everyone, but so this is not a cure. This is just my own dealing with this. So if you are suffering with this kind of stuff, please see a GP, please see a therapist, please see someone who would help you. But what I do in the mornings, I have 10 minutes to myself, just close my eyes and just relax before I go to work. And I imagine sitting around the table, and in each chair they've got my anxiety, I've got my trigger stuff, I've got all the different kind of traits I talk to. I was like, okay, anxiety, what's up to, what's going to happen today, what if this happens, that happens, and again communicating with each other, just try and solve the more of the day, not think about the bad things of the day, but just try to think, okay, let's communicate with my emotions and stuff, let's talk to them, let's get a good positive chat going. Sounds insane, But trust me, it after a while it does seem to strangely work. I know, it's crazy. It's just mind tools though, isn't it? They're not really things at a table, but it's just it helps me communicate, it helps me suss my own mind out, kind of thing, you know what I mean? But anxiety, I still get the good and bad days. I still get the days when I can't physically talk to people. I feel physically sick, but not as bad. I'm able to, again, when I get in those situations, my mood will change, but I'm able to talk about it. I'm able to not push it away, but just to hide it away a bit whilst I talk to customers. Then, just cope better with the situations and stuff. And I still have a long way to go with that, but since Series 5, that has helped my confidence so much, and being able to use my voice, which I'll talk more about in the therapy episode, next episode. But I just find it interesting to learn this now I'm in my 50s. It's like, okay, so this is how real people live. You know what I mean? I haven't had mental health problems all my life. There was part of my life that wasn't affected by this kind of stuff, but it's hard to think back to them days because that was just so many years ago. But yeah, I just feel that the reason why I'm making these series is because it's something I can reflect back on. I've looked back on series 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, all 5 series I've looked back on, and I do repeat a lot of what I say, but even the smallest little change between each season is a massive improvement, and I can see it on the screen. You go back to series 1 and I'm nearly 19 stone. Series 5, the last one, I was at 15, 16 stone kind of thing. Now I'm under 14 stone, so you can see a difference if you've seen series and stuff, but that's not what this is about. But little things like that gives you positivity, gives you something to aim at, and I love the ability to do this. To me, this is why I do YouTube. No, I can't cure people, but I can give the best advice I can, which may get someone to seek help. I can't snap my fingers like Thanos and cure the world, you know what I mean, or destroy the world, whatever. Anyway, yeah, the next episode I say is about therapy, going from once a week to once a month, and just the things I still need therapy for, kind of thing, but yeah, that's the next episode. So if you want to watch that, subscribe, like, comment. It'll be next week. And yeah, thank you for watching this, and let me know if you watch the rest of the series. And I want to do a Q&A, so please ask any questions on any of these episodes, and I'll do an episode at the end and answering what I can. And the last time I only had about 1 or 2 comments, so please get the keyboard out and start typing. Unless you're watching on the TV, then, well, hit the like if you can. Okay, until the next one, Doodle Pips.